What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got NFL Week 14 predictions. You have the one and only, the Cringy Gamer. What's going on, my guy?
Hey, we're back again. Happy holidays, everyone. It's that holiday season, and we're back again for the NFL predictions.
No kidding, I got this pain of a ass Santa hat on. You have no idea how long it took to get these freaking headphones on. But you have your Mr. King of 9 wins here. Your boy going 9-7. I swear I went in 6, 9-7 the last month and a half. But my guy Cringy did not gain any ground. We ended up splitting the 50-50 games, going 1-1. He went 9-7 as well, and that puts my season record up to 128-66, and he is at 121-73. He is down 7 games to go with 5 weeks remaining. And Cringy, what's going to be the strategy? I know I've told you for a fraction of a second. This week's going to be pretty difficult to predict, but what's your strategy?
Man, I'm just because I feel like my strat is I'm hoping it could be this week. We don't have it decided yet, obviously, but I'm hoping in between now until week 18, we just have a week where we just split on at least 4 or 5 games, and I just can hopefully sweep you. But like I said, there's a lot of ups and downs of teams this season, and that's going to be kind of hard to do. But I think I might have to luck out, to be honest here. But we'll have to see what happens in the upcoming weeks.
Opportunity, my guy. Just going back to last week, I went 0-4. I didn't get my first game right till Sunday. Me and Cringy went 0-6 combined on Thanksgiving. Absolutely diabolical stuff. But I mean, they're all upsets. Who expected the Lions to look like a freaking Pee Wee Junior varsity squad out there? I had a feeling the Chiefs had a chance at losing, but I just didn't want to believe it to be. And then, I mean, the Ravens, dude. The AFC North is in shambles itself. But Cringy, I had some great food and had a great time on Thanksgiving. Did you happen to see a couple of these football games, and what were your notes from these games on Thursday? It was some pretty crazy stuff.
Actually, was celebrating Thanksgiving, but however, me and Zach actually both said last week, I knew the Jets was going to beat the Falcons. I had that feeling. I mean, it was a close. I think it was like a game-winning field goal or something. It was like only 3 points. But like I just had a feeling the Jets was going to win, man. I was just like, gosh dang it. Like Zach said, I had the opportunity. There were some gut picks I had, but I just didn't pick them because you can't be so sure, man, with some of these teams. But I did not get to see some of the games. But yeah, it was a week for sure.
We're going to play Minnesota Vikings. I put like a minute video the other day. The Vikings are cooked. Max Brosmer is our quarterback. I'm pretty sure I could throw a better spiral than he can. And who knows with J.J. McCarthy. I'm a Michigan fan. They lost to Ohio State as well, Cringy, this past weekend. So Michigan's just getting L's all around right now. And yeah, dude, the Vikings were cooked. But if just keep getting J.J. McCarthy out there when he's healthy, he can barely stay on the field for 3 consecutive weeks. We're going to get a good draft pick this year. And Cringy, what do you think, man? Do you think the Vikings are cooked or like for years to come? Or like what are your thoughts on my Vikings?
Yeah, I got to agree. They're probably cooked. I mean, for starters, they really got to find their quarterback. That is a big struggle they've been having all season and the past couple seasons. They just cannot seem to find their quarterback. And they just got a lot to work on. I mean, we obviously knew the Seahawks was going to win, but like we expected them to at least put some points on the board. But yeah, they got to get it hopefully in the offseason. They figure something out. But yeah, I think for this season, they're definitely cooked.
And on the eye of the Miami Dolphins, who we thought were a bottom 5 team not even a month and a half ago, are on a 3-game win streak, 4 weeks if you include their bye week. I mean, Cringy, everything's flipping Miami right now. And I mean, with the outside of the Patriots are going to win the division, but the AFC wild card, only looks like you're going to have to win 9, maybe 10 to 9 games to get in. And we'll have to wait and see. But what are your thoughts on the Dolphins right now? I feel like you're at a point where you've won so many games, you might as well just win all of them at this point.
Yeah, I have my hopes up because I know deep down we do have some tough games. I do believe at some point we play the Buccaneers and the Bills again. Those are going to be some really tough ones to win out. I will say like fans will say, a win is a win, but I was really not pleased with the win over the Saints. I mean, I expected an absolute blowout. I mean, we were at halftime, but then the second half came around and we almost gave them a chance to win. We let them even get an onside kick in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness. I did watch the end of the game. Chris Olave almost caught a game-winning touchdown for the Saints. I'm glad our defense has stepped up a lot. But, I mean, I'm going to still be honest. I still think we're going to miss the playoffs. I don't think we can fully win out the rest of the season. I'm going to be real. I'm a real Dolphins fan, and we've been heartbroken for years. But, yeah, I don't see us winning out. But I'm happy we're actually winning football games, though. So.
I playoff seeding because at the top of my head, the AFC West might only have one team. I know the Chargers are, technically in the playoff hunt right now, but they're pretty banged up. I do expect the Chiefs not to make it, which is kind of a wild statement. The AFC South right now, Colts, Jaguars, Texans, all have a chance at getting into the playoffs. AFC North, I only think one team's going to get in, and then obviously the Patriots. And it might come down between the Bills and the Dolphins, because who knows? Who Buffalo has been struggling as of late too, but I will try to get a playoff video out in the near future. But let's get into week 14. That was my phone. We're going to get into week 14 here, starting off with Thursday Night Football between the two Thanksgiving teams. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. The Cowboys, back-to-back weeks, cringy. They've beaten the Super Bowl champion and the runner-up. They beat the Chiefs, Eagles back-to-back weeks. They're on fire right now. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have the Detroit Lions, who are third in the NFC North right now, because that team in Chicago and then those stupid cheeseheads. But this Thursday, I 100% agree whoever wins this game will make the playoffs. The other person will miss it. That's how confident I am in this game. So this is a massive game for both teams here. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys to get the win, just because the Lions offense is too Jahmyr Gibbs oriented right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown is not playing. The Cowboys are getting the Lions at a really good time right now. This is going to be a shootout tomorrow. I can't wait to watch this. Or it's going to be today, because this video is coming out Thursday, technically. But yes, Cowboys get the win. Cringy, what do you got?
I'm gonna say I was very shocked. We did not. I thought we was gonna split, but I'm also going Cowboys. I mean, like, if it was like the start of the season Cowboys, we probably would have picked the Lions, but the Lions have just not been looking the greatest. I mean, they're still putting up some points on the board, but they're not coming out with wins as they should. I'm actually gonna go with the upset Dallas Cowboys win. I mean, they just beat the two Super Bowl champions. I mean, they're looking like they're playing some really good football out there, and I think it would be a close shootout game with the Lions, but I think the Cowboys will win as well.
By the way, dude, 67% went. Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Seahawks. Yeah. Dude, they freaking waxed my team last week. My goodness. I'm just happy to see Sam Darnold out there. Going to be able to probably make the playoffs unless something absolutely diabolical happens. You never know with Sammy D out there. And then the Atlanta Falcons, I mean, yeah. Dude, I mean, what else needs to be said at this point, bro? They lost to the freaking Jets, bro. Like, come on. If you lose to the Jets in 2025, it's time to sell the team. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Pretty easy one. Almost made this the easy pick 'em, but Seattle should get this one done. But the Falcons like showing up for no reason in games they have no expectations. So I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than what Seattle wants it to be. Give me 28-21 final score. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Yeah, Seahawks definitely should get this win, but yeah, like you said, 100% agree. Falcons just want to like show up and play hard, and when they should be playing hard. Yeah, this should be a somewhat relatively easy pick as well. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. They've just been having a great season. Sam Darnold's playing really well, and yeah, I'm going Seahawks.
Up next, dumpster fire matchup of the week between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Dude, I kid you not, tickets are probably $4.99. No shipping and handling to get into this one right here. They have the Titans being led by Cam Ward, who's actually looking like a quarterback. I mean, I don't know what he's doing the first 2 months of the season. And then the Browns, dude, cringy. I heard that Deshaun Watson is potentially coming back to practice. I forgot he even existed. Please don't start Deshaun Watson. I know you're paying him $40 million. I don't care. Keep Shedeur Sanders out there. But cringy, this is the first time I'm doing it this season. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans, bro. Let's go, baby. The 1-11 Titans are going to get the job done. Only 10% of the people are picking the Titans, by the way. That's kind of insane. But this season has been so unpredictable. I need to stop going 9-7. Give me the Titans and an absolutely barn burner, 17-14. Final score. Cringy, what do you got?
Like I said, like I told you my strat, man. It's funny enough, I was actually gonna go with the Titans, but just to like give me a chance to split some of these games, I am gonna go with the Browns now. I was honestly thinking the same thing. Like, if the Titans beat a football team, it would be the Cleveland Browns. I could totally see this game. Like, this is gonna be an absolute 50-50 dumpster fire. But I guess I'll go with the Browns with like by a field goal here. This is about to be an absolute dumpster, low-scoring shootout game here. But I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns getting the job done. Not a bad call on your end, though.
Speaking of you have the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, the Commanders, they're without Jaden Daniels and half of their defense. I heard Bobby Wagner got the easiest Shedeur Sanders interception in NFL history. I almost said NBA history, rather. And then the Vikings, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this as have been said in previous videos. J.J. McCarthy looks really bad. Some dude named Max is our quarterback right now. And, give me the Commanders, get the win. This is going to be another sloppy Joe of a game. Give me 17-0. I don't think the Vikings get shut out back-to-back weeks. Cringy, what do you got?
I gotta go with the Commanders. Like, this is a very interesting game because these are really two teams that are very struggling in the quarterback department. But I think the Commanders definitely have like a better quarterback than any of the Vikings people have got. So I am going to go with the Commanders. I don't think it'd be a very high scoring game. I'm going to predict a low scored game here, but I think the Commanders will win this game.
You have no idea how much that just hurt me when you said Marcus Mariota is better than any of the Vikings quarterbacks. You're not wrong either, though, but golly, that's terrible. Between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The Dolphins, as we said, they're on a 3-game win streak right now. I don't think they lost in November, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, dude, the Tua Tagovailoa out there looking like a quarterback and not a turnover. And then the New York Jets, I still don't think Justin Fields is starting. I'm pretty sure Tyrod Taylor still got the nod just because he is the better option right now. I'm going with the Dolphins to get the win here. As Cringey said, they struggled against the Saints, who I think are a slightly worse team. So the Jets could potentially sneak out a win here. But I think the Jets need to just lock in on this draft positioning and focus on going to get another quarterback this upcoming draft. So it's going to be more about the Jets wanting to lose than the Dolphins trying to win. But Dolphins win. Cringey, what do you got?
Yeah, I totally agree. I am going to go with the Dolphins as well, but like I was going to make a joke that the Dolphins should blow them out, but I know they're not going to. They're going to keep it close as much as possible, but I still think they will squeeze out the win. But yeah, I wouldn't call for a blowout, but I know that's not going to happen. I'm assuming Dolphins will just, like I said, they just try to lose sometimes, I swear. But yeah, this is going to be a close game more than you think, honestly, people. For all my Dolphins fan out there, this is going to be a close game, but I think Dolphins will squeeze it out and win.
Pick them if they weren't struggling so bad. We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, the Buccaneers, dude, they had the NFC South locked up, and now some team in Carolina is knocking on their doorstep. We'll have to wait and see what the Buccaneers choose to do. I mean, they just cannot stay healthy to save their life. And the New Orleans Saints are the New Orleans Saints. They almost beat the Dolphins, which was kind of funny. But other than that, the Saints have done nothing notable all season. Give me the Buccaneers to get the win. Again, more about the Saints just trying to lose. The Buccaneers are really banged up right now. I think Baker Mayfield's still playing with that broken thing in his left arm. I can't remember the exact injury. But yeah, Buccaneers get the win. It's probably going to be closer than what they want it to. 24-20, Tampa Bay. Cringey, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I did say last week, I feel like the Dolphins would be the team the Saints would just beat just because it's the Dolphins. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. The Saints are just being the Saints like they always been. They might as well just try to fight for that first or second round draft pick, honestly, at this point. But, yeah, like I said, they'll probably make it a close game just because. But I think the Bucs will get the job done.
We had the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts, I mean, I've been struggling in pick'ems, but I have been money on saying the Colts' downfall is starting. And yeah, Daniel Jones is playing through a torn labrum in his leg, Cringey. I don't know if this is a smart play. They should be trying to rest him. Jonathan Taylor has started to look more like a human being as of the last 2 weeks. And it appears if you're able to stop Jonathan Taylor, the Colts are not winning this football game. And then you get the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are actually doing the opposite of their regularly scheduled programming, where they're actually coming up. They're usually in the lead in the division, and they blow it in absolutely astronomical fashion. But they're actually starting to make a run at it. Trevor Lawrence is starting to throw less and less interceptions. You love to see it. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the healthier team, the hotter team in football, the Jacksonville Jaguars, to get the win. The Colts' downfall continues. Please don't make me look stupid. T-Law. Cringey, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Zach's been telling me for the past 2 weeks now, because I didn't want to believe it, but I'm actually going to go with the Jaguars myself. I think this might be the downfall of the Colts. They're just they've lost their last 3 games, and the Jaguars are playing a lot better now, and they're a lot more healthier, like Zach already said. But I'm also going to go with the Jaguars. They just seem like the better football team right now, and they're putting with an injury as the starting quarterback. You can't be doing that, man. You got to at least find a backup. I don't know if they have any backups or any better backups, but yeah, I think the Jaguars get the job done. They're just looking like the better football team.
I think it's still Anthony Richardson, bro. I think that's still the backup. Not ideal. For sure. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, just 2 teams that are refusing to win football games normally. I mean, dude, the Steelers, I don't know if you saw Aaron Rodgers got lit up. He freaking his nose was bleeding and some absolutely diabolical stuff against the Bills. Definitely looked like he was 41. And I say 42 because his birthday was actually yesterday. So happy birthday, Aaron Rodgers. And then the Baltimore Ravens, dude, man, it is lost to the Bengals. Dude, there's a chance, because you can see it on the screen right now, guys, for watching the video. The Bengals are 2 games behind the Steelers and the Ravens. There's a chance that the Bengals can win out and win the AFC North. They have the easiest schedule of the 3. Again, that's going to be in the playoff video I make later on in the week. But back to this game, dude, I went back and forth. I went with the Ravens. I'm not confident in it. If the Ravens lose this game, Cringy, I guarantee you they're not making the playoffs. That's how confident I am if the Ravens lose this game. Baltimore, do something right. I'm benching Lamar this week in fantasy, by the way, for Dak. So, Lamar, don't do anything too crazy, but get the win. Ravens, it's going to be sloppy. 2017. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm 100% agree. I was really back and forth because it's like you expect more the Ravens showing out, but they're just not showing up to their expectations right now. But I'm actually going to go with the others. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm not confident really either. Just these two teams. This is such a weird game to be played on national television, man. With like, oh my gosh, these two teams, like I said, they don't want to win. I swear. But I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I don't really have much to say, but I know they have the really good defense when they want to show up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I'm gonna go with the upset here.
We have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Bengals are 4-8. The Bills are 8-4. You think that this would be an easy game to predict? No, because Joe Burrow last week on Thanksgiving, one of my 3 consecutive picks wrong on Thanksgiving. The Bengals went into Baltimore and beat their ass. And Joe Burrow out there looking like league MVP, but obviously he didn't play enough games. And then the Bills. Dude, I don't know why the Bills make everything so stressful. It was nice for them to finally get a win last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but is it really a win if you're beating up someone's grandfather out there? I don't think so. I'm going to go with the upset again. Give me the Bengals to go into Buffalo to get the win. The Bills are in shambles right now. They're looking up at the Patriots like, oh my God. I'm like, is that the next coming of Tom Brady? Referring to Drake May. So yes, the Bills are going to crumble. Sorry, Cam. But yeah, Bengals win. Kunji, what do you got?
Yeah, this is another tough one just because, like, if you told me, Zach, the Bengals would absolutely destroy the Ravens, we think you're lying out of your teeth. My goodness. Man, like I said, I feel like this could go either way. But it's also the Bills are kind of in shambles, but I will go with the Buffalo Bills, but I'm not very confident because, like I said, the Bengals did just absolutely have a blowout against the Ravens, and the Bills, I mean, yeah, sure, they beat the Steelers, but if you just look at their season record, man, they're actually just in shambles, but I think it's going to be a close one, but I think the Bills will hold on and just beat the Bengals. Going with the Bills.
The NFC West showdown, and it's going to be the easy pick'em of the week. We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The Broncos enjoying a very interesting win over the Washington Commanders. They went to overtime. Dude, the Commanders ended up going for 2 at the end and failed because it was batted down by Nick Bonito, who I think is Defensive Player of the Year so far, if you're asking me. Outside of Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett doesn't count, Cringy. That guy's not a human being. So it has to go to Nick Bonito because Myles Garrett is on pace for 26 sacks this year. Myles Garrett is insane. But back to the easy pick'em. It's going to be Denver. I am going to put a $5 bet on the Raiders to win this game because I have a weird feeling that they might, but no smart person would pick the Raiders to win this game. So give me Denver. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, you just can't really bet against the Raiders winning a game, but I'm going to go with the Broncos. But I will say the Broncos are a very interesting 10-2 football team. They've had a lot of games they should have lost, and it's absolutely insane the record they have right now. But, they still found a way to win a game. But, I mean, it's the Raiders, so Broncos should have this easy win against the Raiders.
Also, quick note, the Patriots are on a bye week. I forgot to mention the bye weeks at the beginning of the video. We had the Panthers, Patriots, Giants, 49ers. So if the Broncos win this game, Cringy, they're going to be number 1 in the AFC, which is very interesting stuff. And that means they get a bye week, which is good stuff there. But it's going to be kind of funny if the Broncos lose this game. And let's go into the game of the week. NFC North showdown. I wish the Vikings were a part of it, but they stink. And the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Bears, dude. Again, everyone doubted them. I doubted them on Friday, the Black Friday game. And they beat the Eagles. They pissed all over them, dude. I think the Bears had 250 rushing yards. Ben Johnson was stripping in the locker room. The Bears are out there winning some games, and I wish Jar was around. Dude. I can only imagine how happy he is right now. And then you have the Packers, who beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. So both of these teams are kind of rested for this game here. I'm going to go with the home team. Give me the Green Bay Packers, because remember, Cringy, they haven't played yet this year. So this is their first matchup. They play the Bears again later on at Soldier Field. So I'm going to go with the home team to get the win here. But if the Bears win this game, they are going to be Super Bowl contenders. Book it. Packers win. It's going to be 27-24, though. Very close game. It better be a good one. If I fall asleep during this game, put the Vikings in the Super Bowl. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, this is a very tough one, man. I feel like this game could really go either way, and I 100% agree. If Jarvis here, man, and he'd be the happiest he's ever been probably in a Bears season. Oh my gosh, man, this is a tough one. Give me the Packers, but I think it's going to be a very close. I think the Bears will put up a massive fight, but I think the Packers will squeeze out a win, maybe by a one-score game here. But I'm going to go with the home team as well. Give me the
We
Packers.
have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals, maybe the shortest segment of the video. The Rams are 100% winning this game. They just lost to the Panthers, making Bryce Young look like a franchise quarterback. Insane stuff. Rams aren't losing this game, but the Cardinals always like losing by one score, because they like torturing their fan base. So give me Rams 35-31. If they lose this game, it might be time for the panic button. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. Yeah, there's not much to say about the Cardinals. I can say though one thing: they are trying to put up a fight. Like Jacoby Brissett is actually doing really well as their quarterback, but like I said, it doesn't matter. They're playing the Rams. Even though they lost to the Panthers, they're still one of the greatest teams in the NFL. So I'm gonna go with the Rams. This should be a relatively easy win.
And we have maybe a game that could decide who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. Why do the Chiefs get all their primetime games in Arrowhead? I think Taylor Swift has something to do with that. But they're the Texans. I think they're on a 4-game winning streak right now. They haven't lost in a hot minute. They have the #1 defense in football. CJ Stroud is back and is looking above average, which honestly, that's all they need. They need CJ Stroud to play like a top 15 quarterback, and the Texans are going to be a great football team. And then they have the Chiefs. I mean, do you guys want to talk about it? I mean, the Chiefs fans are in disarray right now. No one knows if they're good. No one knows if they're bad. And I think they're bad. Give me the Texans to go into Arrowhead and get the win. And this will put the Chiefs under 500. I think for the first time in 5 years. Like, are you actually kidding me? The Texans get the win. Chiefs, not mathematically eliminated, but pretty much out of the running. Texans win. Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the upset. I can't remember the last time I chose the Texans. It's probably been a long time. But I am going to go with the upside. I'm going with the Texans as well. They've been playing a lot better football. And the Chiefs, like I hate to say it, like Zach already said, they're probably going to miss the playoffs. I mean, they just don't seem like a playoff team at all. I'm going to go with the upside. The Texans are playing really good football, and they got a really good defense. So I'm going to say the Texans do get this win here.
Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Both teams are 8-4. I did not know the Chargers were 8-4. The heck with all those injuries, with Justin Herbert out there looking like Justin Herbert. But they are getting Amari and Hampton back. Thank God that they're having a running back. But I mean, without an offensive line, how effective will he be? That will remain to be seen. So give me the Eagles. A lot healthier team here. I still think Saquon Barkley's going to suck in this game because he's Saquon Barkley, and that's just how it's been happening so far this year. Eagles win a very sloppy game, 20-17. Everyone's asleep by halftime. And with the YouTube TV ESPN lockout, no one can watch it anyways. Glenn, Cringy, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles too. I know lately they haven't been winning games they should be winning, but I think they can beat the Chargers. Also, I did not know they were 8-4 either. I thought the Chargers had a losing record, to be honest. But yeah, I think the Eagles should get this win. It'll probably still be a sloppy, close game, but I think the Eagles will pull off the win.
And that bit more, but I mean, we're kind of just in the same mindset here. I'm really surprised he didn't take the Chiefs over the Texans. That's kind of insane. I thought he might have split with the Bears, Packers, but I'm really surprised that I didn't go with the Bills. I mean, the Bengals are just red hot right now. Joe Burrow is out there. Again, the Bengals lose this game, they're pretty much out of contention unless somehow the Steelers-Ravens tie, which would be kind of funny. But we split on 3 games, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Will I get over 9 wins? Bro, it's been a while since I've actually had a freaking good record in predictions. But other than that, it's been Zach and me and Chris. We'll be back next Wednesday. I have a lot going on with school, so it's coming out a day later. And I will have reactions and power rankings and a whole lot of other stuff coming back out next week. Just got a little overwhelmed with school. My apologies. But yeah, other than that, it's been Zach, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.